Sapphire Scent started in 2015. I was at a place where I needed to make extra income. I'd just been transferred from my office, which was in South Nigeria called Benin, and I was transferred to the north called Abuja. So I packed all my clothes, my shoes, my books in bags, and I had to move to Abuja. At that time, my wife was 7 months pregnant, and we were given an ultimatum to quit the official residence. So I got to Abuja and I slept on my friend's couch for a few days. And luckily for me, my younger brother got an apartment, and he said we could come and squat with him for a while. So I was able to bring my very pregnant wife from Benin, Nigeria to Abuja, Nigeria, and life started in essence. Before you knew what was happening, it was April of 2015, and that's April 1 of every year is my wife's birthday, and I really wanted to appreciate her because of how she stayed with me and just encouraged me. She never made me feel like I was going through a bad patch. I had a baby at that time. My baby had come, and we had to buy Pampers. We needed to buy baby food and all of that, and I had just $100 for 4 weeks. I began to think hard of what I could do. You see, all my life I'd been a perfume person. If I smelt your perfume once and I know the name of your fragrance, anywhere I see in the world, I'll be able to tell you exactly what you're wearing. And I did not know that it was a gift. It was just something that I used to play with. I never knew it could turn to money. And I remember meeting one of my friends. He smelled really special on that day, and I began to ask him, "What are you wearing?" He said it's a perfume called Oud, and you could get it in the Middle East. So I had a friend coming in from Dubai, and I said to her, "Can you get me a bottle of this perfume?" She did. So at that point, I had started using that perfume, and the idea came to me, why don't you start selling perfumes? But I didn't even have money to go to Dubai. But there's a market in Abuja called Wuse Market. So I said, you know what? Oud is an oriental fragrance. It's something that the Northerners like to wear. If I go to Wuse Market, I may be able to find something close to that. I began to do my research. I found out everything I could read about Oud, and the quality of people that were using it. It was very interesting history. It had been around for a very long time. It was won by royals and very special people in the world. So I began to share this information on social media. I began to tell people, if you are not wearing Oud, you have never smelled, you have never used perfumes at all. This is what all the big boys and all the billionaires wear. And I started advertising like that. And before you knew it, people began to buy. Every day I would sell a bottle. In 3 months of doing that, I'd sold over $3,000 worth of perfumes. And I opened an online store on Konga. And then I went to see my mentor, and I told him this is what is going on with me. I'm making money via perfumes and all of that. And he looked at me and said to me, you know what? I think you need to take this business seriously. I think you need to travel to the Middle East. You need to travel to Dubai and begin to meet manufacturers and start bringing in these perfumes in bulk. And so I started, I began to look at him like this was going to cost me a lot of money. Then he brought out his checkbook and began to write. And then he gave me another $3,000. And I began to, I was so excited about it. He told me, I believe in this, go and do what you have to do. So I started going to Dubai to bring in perfumes. And I would sell in Nigeria, and business was booming. We were doing quite well. And I would tell people all the time that if you see any of these fragrances anywhere, come and collect your money back, because I was the only one selling them. I relied on my gift, my nose, to pick out all these fragrances. The Sapphire distributorship started out of an observation. I began to notice that just like there were lots of people that had jobs, earning salary that couldn't do anything for them. For instance, I was a married man with a wife and a daughter. My salary could not even get me an apartment. It was not even enough for a month. I felt like there were lots of people like that needed extra income. So one day I thought to myself, you know what? There are lots of people that need something like this. What if they register with me? Then I think it was, we started with around $60. What if they registered to join the Sapphire family with 60,000? And then they began to get products. We would give them products worth more than that so that they can make some money. So for instance, if you registered with us with $60, you can get maybe 3 bottles of perfume, and then the next time you come back, you begin to get at a wholesale price and sell at a retail price. And that's how the Sapphire distributorship chain came up. And right now we have around 1,000 distributors in 34 states of Nigeria, the UK, US, Ghana, Canada, Cyprus, Ireland, South Africa, and many parts of the world. We're growing every day. The Sapphire Scent distributorship chain has blessed lives. There are lots of people who were before now unemployed. Now they are gainfully employed. They actually own their own business now. They are making their own money. There are lots of people that, they couldn't even afford anything. But now we have distributors that have actually built houses. We have people that are making money every day. Their salary is just they are actually making more than their salary. There are lots of people that couldn't sell anything before, but now they are pros. They've learned how to sell themselves, and because of that, their financial level has changed. We also have the Sapphire Foundation. We've empowered lots of people. We've built a school. We've built a borehole. We've done advocacy and taking care of orphans and widows and elderly people. We've done a lot with the Sapphire distributorship chain. It's been a blessing to so many people, over thousands of people. I discovered that products were not actually made for Africa. There are so many things that are made for the European and the American market. That's why you see the American side, you see the UK size, but you never see the African size. So consciously, we started to make products for Africans by Africans at a price that Africans can afford. The concept is called the affordable luxury strategy. Right now, we have Sapphire Scents, the perfume. We have Sapphire Time, the watches. We have Oju by Sapphire, the eyewear. We have Sapphire Music. We have Sapphire Dispatch Services. We have Sapphire Apparel, and a lot more that's going to be coming in before the year runs out.